What's up, guys? This is your buddy Big Money for Eternity, and I'm back with another video. Before I start today's video, which I hope you will find very entertaining, I would just like to say that this particular video was inspired by my friend Jessica Thompson over on T-Life Daily Vlogs. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below for them. Usually on her vlogs, she tells a very entertaining story of something that happened, like, in the morning when they're getting ready for their day or whatever. So, I use that as inspiration for the following story that I'm about to tell that happened a few years ago. And let me just say before I start that this is something that I swear I'm not making up. This actually happened, and to this day, when I think about it, I bust out laughing. Alright, so here we go. When I first moved in with my mother, about 7 years ago, she did not have her house set up the way she does now with the ramp and things that I need for my wheelchair for me to be able to get in and out of the house. So the only thing she had was, of course, her deck and the steps going up onto the deck to get into the house. So my aunt was the only one home at the time for me to get in the for me to help get me into the house, because nobody else was home that could help my mom get me in. So we're at the house and they're trying to figure out how to get me in. I said, well, why don't you just one person get behind me and then one person get in front of me? You know, somebody grab the back of my chair, somebody grab the front of my wheelchair, and then just walk me up the steps, and then I'll go in the house. So they're all right, we'll try it. So I roll up to the steps. My aunt's in front of me. My mom's in the back. So my aunt, my mom actually, she asked my aunt if she was ready. My aunt says, "Yeah, let's try this." So they start to lift me up. Of course, I'm not the lightest guy in the world. I'm not real heavy, but I'm not light either. But, they go to pick me up, and of course, they start grunting and groaning, like, "Oh my gosh, you weigh a ton, Michael," and, all this other stuff. And, so they start to go up the steps. And the steps that we have are those kind that they're like, you can move them around, and they're made out of cement, and you can move them around. And they're only like 3 steps up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then you're up on the deck. Well, my aunt starts to go up the steps backwards, because that's the only way she could get, to pull me up the steps. So she's going up the steps backwards. My mom's behind me, pushing me forward. So my aunt's trying to go up the steps. She gets to the second step, and I hear those 2 dreaded words, "Oh crap." And then, just as she says, "Oh crap," I feel her lose her grip on my wheelchair. And then when she loses her grip on my wheelchair, that causes me to go backwards down the steps toward my mother, who also loses her balance. And then she falls on the ground, and I go backwards. My chair goes backwards with my feet straight up in the air. And I'm looking, and all I can see is sky. That's it. Now, before anybody gets, concerned or anything, let me just say I was not hurt. So that's the good thing about the whole thing. Nobody was hurt. But I'm laying there. My front wheels are up in the air. My feet are up in the air. I'm looking straight up at the sky. And just like, okay, this is, So then, after we all land in our positions, I hear nothing. At first I hear absolutely nothing. So then, after a few seconds, I look up. My aunt is sitting on the steps laughing so hard she can't breathe. And my mom, she's behind me, and she's laughing so hard she's in snort mode. So I try to draw attention to myself by putting my arms up in the air like I'm on a roller coaster. And I'm like, gee, I wonder when this roller coaster is going to go downhill now. You start to go downhill. And I thought that would make my mother and my aunt say, okay, let's pick Michael up now so we can get him in the house. Oh no. That only made my aunt and my mother laugh even harder. My aunt's still laughing so hard she can't breathe. And my mother's snorting when she's laughing has picked up double time by now. So I had to lay there for at least 10 minutes, my feet straight up in the air, front wheels up in the air, looking up toward the sky. I had to lay there for at least 10 minutes before they could compose themselves enough to put my wheelchair back on 4 wheels and then figure out another way to get me into the house, because picking my chair up just wasn't going to work. So finally, we decide that we're going to have me get out of my chair, and then my mom was going to pick my legs up make me into like a human wheelbarrow, and then I walk up the steps with my hands into the house, and then they bring the chair in behind me. So finally got me into the house, got my chair in, and we still laughed about it like 20 minutes later, for 20 minutes after. And it was just, this is something that could only happen to us. We are the most backwards people that you will ever meet in your life. And I don't know if we could do that again if we tried. And based on my experience, even though I was not hurt, thankfully, based on my experience, I don't want to try that again. Because that was just too freaking cray-cray, okay? That was just, it was fine. We got to the second step, till we got to the second step, and then everything just went backwards, and I end up looking up the sky, and my aunt and my mom, they're in front of me and behind me, laughing their butts off, because they can't contain themselves. And my mother, when she laughs, that snort thing, I don't know if it was habitual or not, but she was snorting double time by the time we got done. It was just crazy. Oh, it was, you had to be there. It was absolutely just crazy. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little story. If you did, hit that little like button down below, and then don't forget to hit that little red subscribe button down below if you like the video and you want to subscribe to my page. Also, if you would like to, and I don't mind at all, if any of you would like to share any of my videos to your social media, feel free to do so. That's what they're there for. I'm sure you'll find some little hidden gem in there that you'll like on my playlist, so go down and check those out. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fun little story that I've told, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.